All right, everybody. A special episode today. This is Mr. Haig's podcast, and as promised, I have two students here who is going to, dare I say, explain to us their strategies on how to deal with classes that make them fall asleep, refer to their phones, kind of sneak in a text message here or there. So, guys, admit it. You find some classes boring, right?
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay, so let's introduce each other first.
But not Mr. Haig's.
Well,
All right.
yeah. Your nose couldn't get any more browner. What is what is your names?
I'm RJ.
Okay, I'm Santiago. I thought you were going to introduce yourself. I'm RJ.
I'm RJ, and me and Santiago are hosts of
The Box.
The
Box. There you go.
We're
So
hosts of
these
The Box
gentlemen
podcast.
have their own podcast. They
Yes.
have about 13 episodes.
13.
15. Sorry.
Actually, there's an episode that in the Google Drive that's just a random episode that's not ours.
It's two kids freestyling. It's not us.
Well, yeah, you guys are just freestyling, and I think you're very entertaining.
That's
okay.
how we met.
And we need to upload them into Spotify, and I think I'm just going to upload it to GHS Pods. Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
But
we want to upload the unclean version to
Let's
Instagram.
get censored.
doesn't matter. All right, guys.
Let's
So
get censored.
let me ask you this, okay? So, I mean, my class is kind of different because it's very engaging and very interactive. We fly drones, we race cars, we do graphics, we do a
race
lot of
cars?
computers. Yes, and of course, RJ's class, they're like fifth graders. They kind of get up and walk around.
Sometimes.
So sometimes, yeah, they do that. So let's say you have a class. Now, please don't mention teachers' names. And let's just say you have a class that you just find absolutely excruciatingly dull. What do you do? What happens to you at the moment? What does your mind say to you when you're just like, I'm talking when you have a class where nobody's talking, it's really quiet, and the teacher is explaining things in a monotone voice. What do you do?
What do I do?
Yes.
I try my best to focus because if not, I'm just going to space out.
Okay. Like, give me an example. When you focus, like, do you have any techniques or anything like that?
Well, one thing is I just stare directly at the teacher, which doesn't seem like a good idea. I just stare at him.
Santiago's, you're, oh my god.
I stare at him and try getting everything
You're,
because if I didn't, it would have been just I would have spaced out by now.
You're asserting dominance.
I'm not asserting dominance.
Well, what do the rest of the class do in a situation like that?
I feel like
Go on their phones?
Yeah. Well, you know me. I don't go on my phone. RJ.
Yeah, I would know that because I would try to text Santiago to get this podcast set up 2 different times, and he flaked on me because he wasn't. Yeah, I don't check.
I'm
my
a
phone
good
during
student.
class.
I don't look at my phone.
Dude, what if your mom was dying or something?
Aren't you like a
and she
straight A
tried texting
student,
you?
Santiago?
Yeah.
Okay.
She tried texting you, and you were like,
Did you get accepted to any college yet?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, because I have a student here who just got into UC San Diego, and I got 2 more got into UCLA, which is pretty darn good. But you're straight A, so you should be getting to something. You should be hearing soon, right?
Yeah.
No, I did. They said no.
Oh.
Who?
UCI and UCLA.
Oh, they're lost.
Oh wow. But UCI put me on a wait list, so I still little bit of hope.
That's so good. UCI is a good school. You should
Either-
try. Anyway, so
I just go to City
RJ,
for
what do
some-
you do when you find a class that's utterly boring? You've been here for 4 years. You're a senior. You've been to
So
boring
am I.
classes.
Wait, what?
When I had to.
Me too. Me too. All right, keep going.
When I find a super boring class, I have to be honest with you. I actually do go on my phone. I succumb to blanking out really easily. But if I'm let's just say I'm just trying to get used to a boring class without doing any of that. The best thing that I do is I think about my grade. I think about the work. I think about what I'm missing out on if I don't pay attention. But normally I do go on my phone. And, yeah.
Well, have you just thought about making a suggestion to the teacher? Can we do something more engaging instead of just sitting there and listen to a lecture?
Well, because here's the thing: there are some kids that like the boring classes because then they can do whatever they want instead, go on their phone. So if I do that,
but then they failed the class.
Can we get more work or better things? And the kids be like, "Oh, shut up, nerd!" So it's like,
So RJ does.
I don't want to be that kid, I don't want to be like the kid that's like, we're supposed to collect this assignment today, and I was like, shut up.
RJ, you want to know who you are? You're the person that says shut up.
I'm the kid that says I'm the shut up nerd guy. I'm not the nerd.
It's okay. I don't even remember my teachers.
Nerd.
But some way that I can do is I say have more hands-on stuff. I guess.
Okay.
Like
example, not like that, but example could be science classes when they do labs, and they have you do hands-on stuff with actually measuring. An example could be like anatomy when you're dissecting cats, when you're learning about like different
Dissecting
organs.
cats?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do that in anatomy.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah,
Like,
we've
what do you-
skinned the cat already.
We were supposed to.
We already skinned the cat, so there's that.
That's shameful. I actually dropped a class in college because we had to dissect a rabbit. A live
Those a live rabbit.
a live rabbit. We're
Well,
supposed
these were lying dead already. These were used for
it
biology.
was a live rabbit. We're supposed to anesthetize it, like get it all drugged up and everything, and then like kind of open it up and watch the heartbeat. And I'm like, that is so sadistically bad. I dropped the class.
My mom did that.
Oh God, how do you?
My mom was really into anatomy and biology, but she did it with toads, like frogs and
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
this
not
is a
bad.
rabbit.
You guys don't
wait.
believe in toads?
Where do you guys get the cats from?
Well, we're going off topic now. We're just talking a
Well,
podcast.
sorry,
Hold up.
I was thinking about it right now. Like,
It's
how
a
do you get the
podcast
cats?
now. Hold
See,
up.
now this would be interesting. Okay, so think about it. Why
This
don't
is
you?
like our podcast.
Yo, we just turned this into
I mean,
our
can
show.
you ask the teacher where did you find the
Oh
cats?
yeah, it's this website, and it's basically what they do.
That sells
It's-
dead cats?
No, all right. So I don't know if you notice about cats, but they breed a lot. That's the best way to say it with being appropriate. They breed a lot.
Knowing Santiago's cat has been pregnant like
That's
three
my cat's
times.
pregnant for the third time now.
Wow.
Each time there's like 5 kittens and 1 cat, and then think about that. All the females, multiply that by 5. So there's like a lot of cats, and there's a lot of cats in shelters that don't really get picked up. So once they're like full grown, they kill them sadly, but in a humane way. Then they do this stuff so they can be prepared for like labs and stuff.
So let me ask you this, okay? Can
come
you
in
have a
bags.
conversation like you're having right now with that instructor? Would he or she allow this kind of conversation?
Yes.
Because now it's getting interesting.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
I mean, it's morbid curiosity.
Oh, this teacher also said they talked about it before even cats got here. They're like, I'm just letting you guys know we're gonna do this, and if you don't want to do it, it's okay. But then they explained the whole process of what they did to get the cats, so they could like tell us that what's like for us not to be concerned. The best way to say it,
Okay. So
not to be suspicious. Like, where'd you get all these cats from?
yeah. Well, how did they get or
It's a website.
Well,
so you just log on and you get a dead cat?
Yeah, but it's good. I don't
I'm
think you
signing
can just do
up.
that.
So how did that
I'm gonna
website get
sign
the
up.
cats?
Well, I just told you they go to the animal shelter for the cats that they don't want.
That is horrible.
No. Oh, the dead cats. Because at shelters, if an animal doesn't get like adopted, they kill it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So those cats
Well-
that die, they
well, actually-
take their bodies and they use it for science.
Got
this
it.
is for
Okay.
science.
Yeah.
Remember,
I know.
This is for science, RJ.
Here's a good question,
Science.
though, right? Because you brought up an interesting point. Let's say a student thinks that's inhumane or doesn't like it or thinks it's gross for, even though it's not inhumane. What if they think it's bad and they want to voice their opinion on it? Could they have that conversation with the teacher? Is that what you want to know?
yeah.
So here's the thing.
In front of the other students.
Especially in our generation, we got a lot of outspoken kids, very opinionated kids who want to help their community, who stand for what they believe in, and if they really believe that what's going on with these cats is inhumane, is inappropriate, then absolutely 100% yes, they would do it. Now, do I care that much about it? Absolutely not. I'm all for science. I'm all for whatever you need to do for science. I'm all for
Are
that.
you just an atheist?
So I'm an atheist, not really. I'm actually agnostic, but that's beside the point.
What's the difference?
Agnostic means I have a little bit of hope, but I'm kind of like
There's a little bit of hope.
but I kind of don't care.
If he
at the same
dies, he
time.
hopes he goes to heaven.
Anyway, so it's like, if a kid in our generation cared that much, yes, they would do it. They would speak up because us, we speak up about a lot of
yeah.
things.
Oh yeah, I know.
We got Aunt Jemima off the syrup bottle.
So am I an easy teacher?
I've never had you.
That allows for like all the stuff you do in third period, because frankly, third period is my most active class as far as like. Well, let's just say you guys have the lowest grade. Out of all my classes.
You guys have the lowest grade. He just
I'm
admitted
just
that.
saying that. I'm just saying. I mean, there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of talking. There's a lot of like. I mean, am I doing something wrong? Am I allowing too much? Too much leniency?
Are you engaged with them?
I think I am. I mean, I'm teaching them like software.
You're very engaged. It is definitely us. It is not you.
Okay, well that's good to hear.
Okay.
So I mean,
you're doing a good job. I like what you do. It's just that we suck.
We suck. Yeah, you're a good person. You're giving these people these opportunities.
Look at what you're doing. You're giving us an opportunity. You're giving us this podcast.
Yeah.
You're giving us a place to do it. You're giving us a platform.
If it wasn't for you, we probably would have been in RJ's garage.
Definitely. And let me tell you something. Doing this has brought me and Santiago closer together. Because we were not this close when we started the podcast.
No.
It was like...
I didn't even know in freshman year.
Like, we would, like, talk and stuff, but then, this has brought me closer to Santiago.
Yes.
And
That's good.
I
Well,
I
that's
talk
good.
to him outside of school now.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So let me ask you
I
this.
send them
though.
random to you.
He sent me the Roblox.
Do you
page.
guys eat anything like before a class? You know that's going to be boring. Do you like fuel yourself up with coffee or like
Yes.
this?
No.
I actually,
I don't.
I do have a coffee
There's
cup
like-
in my backpack right now. That's empty because I drank it on the way here and I brought it in. So yeah,
Okay.
there was one time where I drank a Red Bull in the morning. Not a good
Oh.
idea, but I did do that.
Oh my God, those things.
I
will
feel like
just...
there's some people who do that though, because RJ might know that one class. RJ we
Okay.
have.
So,
Sometimes I see like I once saw someone drink an energy drink before going to that class. So yeah.
Wow.
And then I bring I bring the breakfast that is provided here. When I come late, I just bring it to I bring it to first period.
Well, let me ask you this: how should the teacher? What would you wish for the teacher to be like? In a class. First of all, I would imagine the teacher has to be aware of the fact that they're boring the kids. And
Definitely.
yeah. And
Definitely.
second of all, what do you like? What would you tell a teacher right now? Of course, don't ever do this, please.
I'll say to you. I'll say.
Yeah, say to me, look, I'm the teacher, okay? Everybody, okay, open the book. We're going to read from pages 100 to 110, starting with you, Santiago. Okay, and then, of course, you're the one reading, and the other ones are, like, drifting off.
And I'm gonna be stuttering.
What would you say? Well, I mean, if you took me aside, what would you say to me?
I'm not really one to say things. I just read it because it really doesn't bother me.
RJ, what would you say?
RJ, what would you say? I'm not much of a talker, you know.
If I were bored.
RJ just says he's bored sometimes in class.
And I wanted to. Okay, let me answer that question with a funny, inappropriate story. Not inappropriate, bad, but like something I shouldn't have done.
Was it the one time you made them sad?
No, I didn't. Stop.
Go ahead.
Not
You
that
go.
one. That has nothing to do with this.
Okay, go on.
In 5th grade, our class took a trip to the Japanese American War Museum,
Okay.
and dude,
Did you guys talk to a kamikaze pilot?
I was bored out of my mind. It was the most boring thing.
Really?
Really?
It's-
I would have been interested.
I don't know. First of all, nobody talks about that war as much as they talk about other wars. You know what I'm saying?
The Japanese American?
Yeah.
I wanted to make a joke right now.
It's called World War II?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I thought World War II was the Holocaust.
Wait,
Oh my
wait,
God.
what?
Seriously?
Wait, what?
Who did Pearl Harbor?
Yeah, RJ who did.
Oh my
The
God.
Nazis came over.
You
did Pearl
are
Harbor.
bored of history.
Wait, that's World War II?
RJ didn't pay attention.
Wait, cut
RJ
this out loud. Cut this
No,
out
we're
loud.
keeping this in.
I'm sorry.
You read as a tomato now.
I'm sorry. That's I thought World War II had to do with like the Germans and the Jews and all that.
That was a part of it.
That was part of it. Oh
Okay,
my
that's
God.
Not all of it.
Okay, that's what I'm talking. Wait, so there's 2 parts to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. Anyways, I was bored. Okay, I was really bored, and so the nice old lady who was giving the tour, I was like not paying attention. I was like turning around, and one of the counselors, she asked the counselor what's wrong, and I was like, I'm bored. I told her I'm like, this is boring.
Hmm.
Like I straight up said, this is boring.
Okay, so what did you do to keep you
and
going?
she removed me from there. I got out of there.
He left.
Oh.
He sat in the bus.
So look, okay, let me say, I was very inappropriate of me. I apologize about that. I was lost a long time ago. Okay, but like I wouldn't do that now. But I just left. So I just left the situation. So
I think you need to apologize to the 5 million people that died of World War II.
RJ.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I don't like this anymore.
Alright, RJ's
All
embarrassing.
right. Well, anyways, it seems like I guess you're just gonna have to deal with it. A boring class, kind of just, if you care about your grades, you would just persevere with it and just kind of deal with it and
But
just make the best of it, right?
Tell them it's boring.
But I think communicating with the teachers and maybe encourage them to, in a nice, respectful way, to try to, enlighten the class, liven up the class. I think that's a very fair thing to ask the teacher.
Just don't say I'm.
That's
bored.
why I want them to podcast. I want them to get engaged with me.
That's
do
why we
this
invite
stuff.
them on.
We should have like teachers we think are boring, and then tell them like, hey, put them on the hot seat. You're boring. Fix it.
Oh God, I'm in trouble here in so many ways.
All right, I feel like we should wrap this up before we
Yeah,
get
I
in
think
trouble.
we should. Okay,
Thank you for
gentlemen,
having
I
us
want to
for-
thank you so much, and of course
No
the
problem, I gotta
podcast.
get
Thanks
class.
for having us.
The podcast is called The Box.
The
You can-
box.
The box.
You can see it on Spotify, and you can also see it on Instagram.
NPR baby.
Yeah, NPR, and okay.
All right.
And this is Mr. Haig's podcast. Over and out. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I think that was pretty funny.
Yeah, but then we kind of went off topic.
Oh my
We were
God,
talking
I
about
feel so-
cats.
I didn't know that about the.
You didn't know, actually?
I didn't know there were.